We will survive this. We will pay a price for what we're going through, but it's a price we'll be able to afford. The point is, let's talk about the positives. I'm tired of the media having a feeding frenzy here. And by the way, I'm telling you, when all the postmortems are done, the media, in my opinion, is going to get a big fat F. It's done nothing. It's done nothing but incite differences. At a point in time when the house is on fire, they're out there putting gas on it because it's fun, or whatever they think it is. Right now, we need unity like never before, and we're getting it. We're getting it done. The doctors, the nurses, the truck drivers. I can go on, and the bus drivers. Things are happening. People are making sacrifices for the benefit of all of us. The least we can do is do our part. Our part as citizens should be stay home, obey separation, all the things they want you to do. It is working. It is working. Who's not doing their part, in my opinion? The media, both sides. Stop. Stop right now. Tell the American people warm stories. A wonderful story. Yesterday morning at 1 o'clock, Easter morning, 1 o'clock in the morning, a big fat sea turtle climbed up from the sea, dug a huge hole right here in back of my home, dug a huge hole and dumped all of her eggs, and then went back and put the sand back on it and went back out to sea. Life is going on. Life will go on. Our lives as we knew them may take some time to get back to it, but don't short America. We're doing a great job, all of us, with one exception. In my opinion. I watched Andrew and Joe right now going back and forth at each other. Stop. You're going to have plenty of time to argue who was right and who was wrong. Yes, Andrew.
We can argue all of these points, and Joe and I are going back and forth on this. And I'm not trying to start a fight with anybody, but the critique of the media, I want to push back on only because I don't see it. Frankly, had the media been allowed to do its job in China, which is a place that doesn't allow the media to do its job, in January, we might not have this problem because the media's job is to blow the whistle. That's the job of the media. So when you read articles that talk about what was going on inside the administration or not going on inside the administration, or warning people about the possibilities of these things, and then the government not taking the right steps or taking the right steps, that's the job of the media. That's what the media is supposed to do. The media is not supposed to tell you warm and happy stories every day.
Andrew, I'm sorry, Andrew. You're doing what the media does. Never admit they might have made a mistake. I have had 2 interviews with the media. And by the way, I've got a new policy, Andrew. I tape record all the interviews I give to the reporters. And when you play them back, it is disgusting. I'm sorry. There's plenty of time for the media. Say all you want about things that can help us get through this crisis right now. There's going to be plenty of time. There's going to be plenty of time for a vote, and that's going to happen. The final judge is going to be November when the American people elect the president. They'll decide who did what. Right? I'm sorry, Andrew. The media presents itself as never being wrong.
Joe, Ken, the media makes mistakes. I make mistakes. We all make mistakes. But I'll also say this. We are going to have a vote in November, and that's true. But if you don't have a thriving media that can provide real information, factual information to the public, and not information that's being skewed left and right, and I agree, by the way, it's not always skewed the way you want it to be. But without it, you don't have a functioning democracy, and you see what happens in countries where it doesn't exist.
Look, Andrew, let me make a concession. Democracy dictates and needs a vibrant, objective media. I'll give you for instance. Last week I get a call from a reporter. I've got this on tape, by the way. By the way, I now announce I'm happy to answer your questions, but it's going to be on tape. They let me go ahead and do it. His question was to me, I'm trying to get this drug, hydrochloroquine, I think it is, because we're going to do a clinical at NYU. He wanted to know if I called the White House for the drug, or if I'd called that. I said, no, I called one of our directors, one of our trustees, Roberto Mignoni. He's on the board at Teva. All we wanted was a supply of the drugs to conduct our clinicals. He was hell-bent on tying my trying to get this drug for a scientific purpose to whether I called the White House. When we get over this, I'm going to bring the tape in, Andrew, and you can listen to this interview. It was sorry. It was Andrew, I have no problem with your belief and my belief that we need a vibrant free media. But I'm sorry, the fire that's being raging in this country right now, in my opinion, and by the way, a lot of the people agree with me, Andrew, like it or not. You know, Andrew, ask yourself this question. Why is the media held in such low regard by the American people? That's something that ought to concern you. Because God forbid, when we lose faith in the media, we really have a problem for democracy. I agree with that.